Stugotz here for DraftKings. It's week 2 of the football season, which means a second shot at victory. This weekend, DraftKings has over $2 million in total prizes, and you can play free with your first deposit. With 1 week fantasy at DraftKings, you choose when to play, draft a new team every week, and no season-long commitment at DraftKings. You are the GM. Just choose your players, stay under the salary cap, and see how your team stacks up against the competition, because nothing makes Football Sunday more exciting than when you have a DraftKings lineup on the line. Download the app or go to DraftKings.com now. Use code Dan to enter a contest for free this weekend with your first deposit and compete for your share of over $2 million in total prizes. That's code Dan only at DraftKings, the game inside the game. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details.
Happy Friday, and welcome to Allyson Turner's Fantasy Football Fiesta. 786-456-4837 if you want to get in. Hey, Allyson.
Hey, Billy.
How's it going?
It's good. How about you?
I'm good. You ready to party?
I'm ready.
Hey, Mike.
Hola.
Ready to party?
Si.
Roy?
Sure.
You ready to party?
Yeah.
You have any opening remarks, Allison, or you just want to get into a big Thursday night football game?
It was a big week last week. It was huge.
Big night for A.J. Green in fantasy yesterday, huh? 3 touchdowns on 5 catches.
Exciting.
All right, let's get right to it then, huh? You have anything you want to say?
I don't have anything I want to say.
All right, here we go. Josh, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hey, Allyson.
Hola.
Hola. Should I start Deshaun Watson this week or Ryan Fitzpatrick?
PPR, non-PPR?
Non-PPR.
Deshaun Watson.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What conviction.
Conviction.
You're usually kind of on the fence about it, but you really like Deshaun, huh?
I love Deshaun.
All right, Josh, again. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hey, guys. So I'm in a 2QB PPR league. We just added a punter. I'm looking for some value at the punter position, and I'm also wondering what I should get Guillermo and Dan for their respective weddings.
PPR, non-PPR?
PPR.
I don't care about a punter, and
what do you mean you don't care about a
Dan's
punter?
wedding,
The
for
Fantasy
Dan,
Football Fiesta,
okay, I do care about a punter. He's asking for a punter, and I want to get to the gift question.
Yeah, get
of
to
what
the
you
gift
should
question.
get Billy or Dan for their.
Don't try to waste Allison's time with punter questions when everyone knows, especially Allison, that punters aren't in fantasy football.
No,
okay.
They're trying to make you seem
They're
like
trying.
you know
I know with the Deshaun Watson, the running back, and the quarterback. I know what's happening.
What's happening there?
You're not fooling Allison.
I'm not fooling me, but I'm playing along. Playing this game.
You like Donnie Jones, a punter?
I like everything a punter.
Yeah.
What do you make of Julie Chen signing off from Big Brother?
Guys,
Julie Chen.
focus.
I was very surprised.
Thank you, Josh.
Curveball.
We'll get to the punter question in a moment. We need to get back on track because we're losing control of the situation. Allison,
that happens a lot.
You need a punter, and if you really want to entertain his other question that's not related to fantasy football, wedding gifts. But, I mean, I would stay focused on the punter.
Have you registered yet?
Have I?
I know you were talking about Dan registering, and that's going to be interesting, but you registering is more interesting.
I haven't registered yet. I'm in the middle of wedding planning. We have a venue.
How's it going?
We have a church. We have that, but we still need a photographer.
It's stressful, isn't it?
We need a DJ. We need a day of coordinator. I'm told that's very important, a day of coordinator, because then you don't get bothered with things. Yeah, man, there's lots of little things.
Mike, did you enjoy wedding planning?
Guys.
I loved wedding.
Yeah,
you did?
Of course.
No, my wife really got a kick out of it. She did a lot of the heavy lifting, but the parts that I was involved with, I enjoyed.
What was the one item that you were responsible for picking?
Music, DJ, lighting.
No. I mean on the registry.
Oh, registry.
Yeah,
I didn't really enjoy that process too much.
You didn't. Most guys don't.
Why is that?
Because it's not. You guys don't care about
You'll
that.
see,
My cousin loved picking a Dyson. He really wanted a vacuum. That was like his thing. He was like, "This is what I want." It's weird.
You got a punter?
A punter?
Yeah.
A punter. Go with him.
Any punter?
That punter.
Yeah.
How about Zurlin? How do you say his name?
Greg Zerline.
Zurline.
Legatron.
Or Gostkowski. Which do you like?
Gostkowski.
Zurline or Gostkowski?
The latter.
As you know, Zerline won NFC Special Teams Player of the Week.
She knows. Come on.
Go with him. He sounds
Everybody
good.
knows. Joe, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Woo! I have a question. Real simple. Who do I start, James Conner or Lamar Miller?
Wow.
PPR, non-PPR.
PPR.
Ooh,
Connor.
Connor. Ooh.
Very strong conviction out of me.
Wow. So you
Don't even debate it. No hedging here.
Ooh.
Connor, all in.
You think Connor's going to play running back all season? Or you think Le'Veon's going to come back and take his starting role
He's
back?
not coming back.
Wow. So he should ride out Connor all year then, I guess.
Yes, he should. Ride him out.
All right. Wow. So much information today. Mitch, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hey, Allison, I'm wondering whether I should start Josh Gordon against the Saints or Nelson Aguilar against the Bucks.
Wow.
PPR, non-PPR.
PPR.
Josh Gordon.
Against the Saints.
They gave him.
Who's the other one playing against?
You're very confused.
Nelson Aguilar against the Bucks.
Against the Bucks.
No, I already said Josh Gordon.
Oh, I thought you were asking.
No,
I'm sorry.
I wasn't.
I'm sorry.
There was no inflection there at the end of it. I said
I'm sorry,
Josh
Allison.
Gordon.
I'm sorry, Mitch. My game's off today, I guess. Thanks for the
That's
call.
okay, Billy.
Saints pass
Have a good
defense
day.
is struggling.
What's that?
You didn't hear me?
Saints
Do I
pass
stutter?
defense is struggling?
Yes,
Is that what you said?
I did.
Wow. All right. Have a great day, Mitch. You're so good at this.
I'm so good at this.
This is why you won the
This
championship
is why
last
I won,
year, I
and
guess.
this is why I still don't have shirts.
Wow.
So rude.
You know what you should do?
What?
And it's not good for this segment. You should refuse to do this segment until you get shirts.
Okay.
I don't know why I
Sounds
just
good.
suggest. I love this segment, though.
I'm out.
And you're never going to get shirts.
Why am I not getting shirts? What is that about?
I don't know. Ask Angel. Julie Chen always would sign off as Julie Chen.
Always.
And what a time for her to drop the moon vest, the Chen moon vest on everybody. She's taken a little hiatus from the
Joey, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hey, Allie, I'm wondering, do I start Duke Johnson Jr. or Bilal Powell? This is a PPR league. Also, Dr. Phil was on James
It's Bilal.
last night.
PPR, non-PPR.
PPR.
Can I just, before you answer him, can I just, for 1 second, public service announcement? Allison hates being called Allie.
Yeah, I do.
So I'm just
I'm going to keep on doing it then.
Yeah, sorry, Joey.
Well, then you know what I'm going to do there.
Wow,
That's what
she
I'm
tried to
gonna
hang up on you, but she pushed the wrong button. Should I hang up on him? Allison, answer his
Yeah.
question. We're not going to hang up on
I
Joey.
already answered it.
Sorry, what'd you say? No, you corrected him.
I know, but that's the answer.
What's the answer?
Abraham.
Abraham. Great, perfect. Thanks, Joey. Have a good day.
Abraham.
Jacob, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hey, Allison, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing spectacular. Say, I have a trade proposition I need your help on.
Hold on, get a
I
pen, Allison.
have-
Write these down.
Oh, yes.
Very important.
PPR,
All right.
non-PPR.
Great question. This is a PPR league.
Here, why don't you write a pen?
Okay, I'll write it down. What's the trade?
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I have Leonard Fournette, and I am being offered Devonta Freeman and Marshawn Lynch. What should I do?
Wow.
Well, they're both hurt, so
Leonard
It's
Fournette
Fournette.
for Devonta Freeman and Marshawn
Freeman's
Lynch.
not practicing, as you know. You actually told me yesterday in the hall that Freeman's got a bit of a knock.
I was a little
And
upset
you were
about
saying
that.
if you got Tevin Coleman as a handcuff, this would be a good week to start him.
So make the trade. Pull the trigger.
You gonna
Leonard
pull the trigger?
Fournette for Devonta Freeman and Marshawn Lynch?
Was it a PPR or non-PPR?
Yeah,
PPR.
PPR.
It is PPR.
Thank you, Jacob. Yeah,
You
PPR.
were always telling me how many passes Devontae Freeman catches.
Yeah, make the trade.
But Marshawn Lynch doesn't catch passes.
You're ready to pull
So
the
don't
trigger,
make the
huh?
trade. Don't
Wow,
make the trade.
thank you for your help.
Don't make the trade.
Wow, no trade. First a trade and then a no trade.
No trade. Oh, wait. Okay,
Yes.
no trade.
No
Thank
trade.
you.
No trade. Thank you, Jacob. Wow, enlightening. David, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Thanks, Billy, and belated congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you, David.
Allison, I have Aaron Rodgers and Carson Wentz on my squad, and I need a QB in case Aaron Rodgers can't play this week. Should I pick up Ryan Fitzpatrick, Nick Foles, or Ryan Tannehill?
Wow.
It's magic. PPR, non-PPR.
PPR.
Fitzmagic.
Wow.
Sounds good. Thanks, Allison.
You're welcome.
Thanks, David. Right there, straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
You didn't even mess around with Foles or anything.
No.
You don't believe in Tannehill, huh? You're a Fitzmagic guy.
He didn't mention Tannehill,
Yeah, he
did
did.
he?
That was his third option.
It was? I didn't hear that.
So, wait, does that change anything? Should we get him back?
No.
Fitzmagic?
Fitzmagic.
Okay.
Julie Chen at all turns has declined public comment. This was her first real public statement,
This
and it
is her
was
statement.
such a show of support to add the hyphen moonvest to her sign-on.
Were you
Rob,
watching
welcome
live?
to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hey, guys. I love the show, and I love what you're doing with the local hour lately. Got a question. Who's a good quarterback to pick up on the waiver wire? It's a 10-man league, non-PPR.
Non-PPR 10-man league.
PPR, non-PPR?
Non-PPR.
Non-PPR
A great
10-man league.
I have no.
You really like Fitzmagic.
I
Are you
love
going to do
Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic
I love
again, or are you going to tell him
Fitzmagic. I love
Foles
him.
and
I love
contradict
him.
what you just said about Fitzmagic?
Fitzmagic.
Still no love for Tannehill, huh?
No love for Tannehill.
Wow, but Dan said he threw a perfect pass last week.
Congratulations.
Guess he's no Fitzmagic.
Does Tannehill have a clean pocket?
All right. Thanks, Rob. Have a good day. Talking about Jeff, I'm assuming, even though it says Jeffy. I'm going to call you Jeffy. Jeffy, welcome to the Allyson Turner's Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hey, Allison.
Is
I
it
need to
Jeffy?
pick up a defense this week. It is Jesse.
Ooh. Oh, Jesse. Okay, yeah.
Jesse, yeah. Roy had a little trouble with it, too.
It's
all right.
Welcome, Jesse.
Allison, what defense is going to come out with their ears pinned back this week?
Oh, wow.
PPR, non-PPR?
Non-PPR.
Ears pinned back
Dolphins.
this week. The Dolphins defense. Ears pinned
Love
back
Robert
this
Quinn.
week. Wow, you like Robert Quinn on the Dolphins, huh? Against the Jets? The Jets had a big week one, Allison.
No,
put
they
up
had a
40
huge week
points. 40-plus points, right?
I know.
But you think the Dolphins are the answer?
Win on Sunday, lose on Monday.
Wow. There you go, Jeffy. Have a good day. It's Jesse. Jimmy, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hola, Allison.
Hola.
Delaney Walker out for the year. Who do I pick up?
Oh, wow. Delaney
PPR,
Walker's
non-PPR.
out for the year.
PPR.
PPR. That happened to me, too. I know no one's
You
asking
should
me.
pick up Abraham.
Abraham, that's not a person, Allison.
It is a
Let's
person.
focus. He needs
Galecki.
a tight end.
Galecki.
Wow. I don't think that's his name.
Galecki. That's
Hey.
his name. Do you know anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me. There you go, Jimmy. Pick up. Are you going to tell him what team he's on? You have a first name, or are you just going to make him
That's
guess?
his name. He can figure it out.
Okay. So the
I
tight
mean, he's got
end,
to do some work. I can't do everything. I can't run his league. I already run like 7.
tight end from the Dolphins.
What do you think Dr. Will makes of all of this?
I hate Dr. Will.
No, Dr. Will's a legend.
No, Dr. Will's
Will
too
is
much,
the
and
legendary
so
player.
is that other guy. What's
Mr.
his name?
Spectacular?
No, not him. The one with the beard. What's his name? He won like a couple years ago, and he's always there. God, I forget. I'm blanking
What's
on his
going
name
on
right
with
now.
Jeff and Jordan?
But he
Are they
has
still together?
Stop
Yes, they
distracting
just had a
me.
baby.
Parker,
They did.
welcome
Yes,
to
they
Allyson
had a
Turner's
boy 2
Fantasy
weeks ago. They had a
Football
boy. I think they had a boy. I
Fiesta.
don't know.
If you could only have one breakfast for the rest of your life, what would
Not
it be?
fantasy. Not
Wow,
fantasy. Sorry.
no.
this is
One
very
breakfast
important. I'm
the
sorry.
rest of my life. I
I'm
love
sorry.
breakfast.
I apologize.
PPR, non-PPR.
No, I hung up. I'm
love-
sorry.
I
I got trigger happy, and I hung up on him. I
love
shouldn't have done
breakfast.
So they had a boy?
I'm sorry.
Jeff
had a
and
boy,
Jordan,
yeah.
I'm
America's
sorry. Call back
sweethearts.
and ask your
What do
breakfast.
what's Evil Dick up to? How's he doing? How's he feeling? I know he
I
got
don't
sick.
know. I don't know.
He's on social media. He's a Jets fan.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Eric, welcome to Allyson Turner's Fantasy Football Fiesta.
His phone's making terrible.
Thanks. Is it better now?
No, it's fine. Don't worry. We're
well,
good.
Billy, congrats on your engagement.
Thank
I'm
you
sorry
so
Dan
mu-
keeps showing you up.
Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate that. It really was a Dan move to do that.
Allison, should I start Devontae Parker?
Ooh.
PPR, non-PPR.
Non-PPR.
What are your other options, just so Allison knows before she makes a
I have
decision?
faith in his fingers.
Rashard Matthews is my only wide receiver other than Devontae Parker on the bench.
Wow. So should he start Devontae Parker?
Yes.
All right. There you go, Eric. Have a great
Fingers
day. Thanks
healthy.
for calling.
Awesome. You too.
David, welcome to the Fantasy Football Fiesta.
Hey, Billy. Hey, Allison. So I have Leonard Fournette.
Wow.
But I'm thinking Duke Johnson Jr. had some good playing time. And also, Frank Gore is still on the wire, and he's going to be a Pro Bowler.
Go with
your Pro Bowler.
PPR or
I should pick him
non-PPR,
up.
and PPR or non-PPR.
It is a PPR league.
Go with Gore.
Thank
He's going to
you,
make the Pro
Allyson.
Bowl.
Wow. Thanks,
Gore?
David.
Gore.
I want to thank you for your advice last week. You told me to take Tyrod over Trubisky. You didn't remember Carson wasn't playing.
Of course I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. So Tyrod won me the game, though. So
There you
And the
go. Of
plan.
thank
course.
you for your fantasy advice again.
welcome.
And I'll call you next week and give you another update.
We'll talk
Okay,
to you
great.
next week. Thanks, David. All right, that concludes this edition of Allyson Turner's Fantasy Football Fiesta.
I'm Julie Chen Moonves, signing off.
Ow. Yep, you guessed it. I'm a speed bump, so I've got one job. I slow you down. So imagine how I feel about Geico, who does way more. Like, not only could they save you money on car insurance, but they've been around for over 75 years, giving people fast and friendly claim service. Ow. Plus, they got a nifty mobile app that gives you 24/7 access. Ow. Just doing my job, buddy.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
It is football!
Friday. Oh. We should just go to break.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we should.
I'm spent. Armando Salguero reports that Josh Sitton is out for the year.
Oh, man.
Now, we were at camp. We shall remind you again, all of us, the shipping container. We were at Dolphins training camp. And we brought you the exclusive commentary that Josh Sitton is as big as a house. He's the biggest person we've ever seen. He was a key free agent pickup. He helped provide a clean pocket in the win over the Tennessee Titans. The offensive line was shored up, and now he is out for the year with a torn rotator cuff, according to the Miami Herald's Armando Salguero. And in his place goes Ted Larson. This is a huge blow to the Miami Dolphins. A massive blow. We know what Ted Larson is, and he's no Josh Sitton. No Josh Sitton. Clean pocket for Ryan Tannehill. Can't count on that anymore. Can't count on that anymore. But what do you have that's returning? Devontae Parker, Billy. Devontae Parker.
Wow, DP.
DP, are you with me? Stomp. That's for you, Roy.
Is that a song?
No, it's GP, are you with me? Stomp.
Who's that about? Gary Payton?
I think it was God's Property. Kirk Franklin, right?
Yes.
Get Stomp. I want to play Stomp today. Put that in the system. So Devontae Parker's coming back. He wasn't battling a lower body injury. He was battling a finger injury. Should help the offense. Big body. You only have one big body, really, for your goal line offense. Galecki, who you plan on using in that fashion. So it's good to have another weapon that way. I loved how they use Kenny Stills. Maybe his production drops off a little bit with Devontae Parker, and you can maybe use Kenny Stills' skill set in the way that best fits this team, although looked pretty damn good against Malcolm Butler and the Tennessee Titans. Roy, you are passionate about the Miami Dolphins.
Sure.
They are your favorite NFL football team.
Not much of a choice there.
They're your number one.
It's Giuseppe, by the way, or Giuseppe. Galecki is like the guy from Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering when we were
Johnny
doing
Galecki.
Yeah, when we were doing the fantasy football fiesta, I thought it was the other one, and
Well,
I'm like,
Allison
I don't want to
said-
sound like an idiot.
Allison said Galecki. If
well,
Allison
that's the
says
thing.
Galecki.
Allison said it, so it threw me off, and I'm like, I don't think that's his name. Is it Giuseppe or Giuseppe?
Giuseppe.
I think it's Giuseppe.
Yeah, it's a hard
The
G.
thing is this, is like, obviously, we were at camp. You guys are well aware we were at camp.
Yeah.
But, the jerseys just have the names written on them, not the pronunciations.
Right.
So I'm not sure which is which.
Well, we spoke to him.
I just call him 86, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
TE86, that's what I call him.
That's what he shows up in the depth chart.
Yep.
When we get the rosters before every game, they email us.
Penn State, obviously.
Yeah. Don't get me started on Penn State tight ends.
245 pounds, I mean, I know everything about this guy.
Was Johnny Galecki also in Roseanne?
I think he was. I think he was like a young... wasn't he the boyfriend?
Yeah,
boyfriend.
So I'm gonna.
I didn't like him on Entourage, to be honest with you. Do you remember when he was on Entourage?
Galecki?
Yeah.
No, he was on Entourage. What was he in Entourage?
He was himself, but he was kind of like he was very in love with himself, and I'm like, I just don't think that
Entourage is one of those shows, Billy, that I liked while I was watching it, and towards the tail end, I hated myself for liking it, and now I just look back in disgust at the time that I really liked Entourage.
I went to the movie, and I thought like the movie would be big. Not the case.
No, the movie. Why?
He's 5'5".
Because I think that's a common realization that everyone in sort of our age range that liked Entourage, they grew to hate it. That whole shtick did not age well. That's why I gave up on Ballers.
You know what?
It's just Entourage Redux with a more charming, dynamic lead.
Here's the thing about Ballers. I kind of also have given up on it, and I didn't want to. And Allison even sent me like the screener for the whole season, and I had it for like a month. And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch it. And I was like, oh wait, we're like 3 episodes in, like on actual TV. And I watched the first episode like very passively while I was doing something else, and I haven't gone back to it. I don't know what happened. I think maybe because it left Miami, I'm like, I'm less interested in it now.
It hurt. It hurt.
Yeah.
Less cameos by one Dan Lebatard with the in-game Spence. You remember his line?
Yeah.
I feel like we were so close to getting on that show.
We were very close. Actually, we were close to getting on that show because it wasn't just Stugotz. It was going to be a fight between Indomik and Sue and either T-Sizzle or The Rock's character, but it was supposed to happen during an interview during our radio show, and it was when we were out in the Fusion setup.
Yeah.
So, well, probably you guys weren't going to be on TV, but myself and Stugotz definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if I wasn't going to be on TV, I'm glad they left then.
Yeah, they're gone. Roy.
Galecki's 5'5". Johnny
Really?
Galecki. Yeah, not the Dolphin.
Well, what's
Galecki.
Gasecki?
He's 6'6", I believe.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'd love
he's
to see them
6'6".
standing next to each other.
Yeah. Same name, except one's Johnny Galecki, the other's Mike Gasecki.
Basically the same name.
Yeah.
You love the Dolphins, Roy.
Sure.
What's your feeling about this whole Devontae Parker experiment?
Well, I hope it works out. I really do.
Passionate, strong feelings from one Roy Bellamy who loves the Miami Dolphins.
Johnny Galecki's Belgian.
He was born in Belgium?
He was born in Belgium.
This rocks my world.
Yeah.
Was not prepared for this.
Oh, but it was to American parents on a U.S. Air Force base, so he's not Belgian. No. Right?
No, he's American.
Yeah.
If you're born in a U.S. Air Force base, you're American.
Yes.
But if that Air Force base is also in Belgium, can you also be Belgian?
I have a question for Mr. Galecki if he's listening and he can call in and tell us.
Please call us at 786-456-4837.
Johnny Galecki.
Johnny Galecki and Mike Gasecki.
Yeah, either one. But you need to, either one of you, but you need to answer Johnny Galecki questions. Here's my question. So if your parents work on an Air Force base, right, and you're going to be born, but you need to be driven off the base into town to be delivered in a hospital, then you're no longer born an American citizen? Well, you are, I guess, because
I think these Air Force bases also have hospitals.
Questions.
Wasn't John McCain born in Mexico? There was a whole thing. I believe there was a presidential candidate that was born on an Air Force base outside of the country.
John McCain was born in Mexico, you say?
Look it up. Yeah.
He was born in Panama.
Well, there you go. Well, what did I just do?
Yeah.
What did I just do?
I'm fine.
Well, Central America, kind of. It depends on the part of Mexico. Dwayne Wade spoke to assembled media yesterday, last night.
Oh, my God.
At 800 degrees.
Where did he do it?
This was in Aventura at the opening of his new, I think it's a pizza joint, co-business venture with the captain, Udonis Haslam. And
you know what? I was about to say no one should eat at that pizza place until he makes a decision, but I don't want to hurt UD.
Don't hurt UD.
I love UD. I feel like we'd be friends.
Udonis?
Yeah.
You would not be friends.
Why?
You would not be friends. Udonis Haslem, to be Udonis Haslem's friend, you really have to earn that.
I know. I think I have.
Well, Antoine had.
Antoine. Are you willing to Antoine for Udonis Haslem?
That's a good question. Is that the only way?
For the listening audience, the people that don't know Antoine, there was a situation in which the police were involved. The car was pulled over. The car was UD's, or UD was in the car, but Antoine got in trouble.
What did Antoine do?
Antoine took, I think there was a weed charge. Can we look it up? Look it up. What did Antoine do?
So Antoine almost got UD in trouble, is what you're saying.
Yeah, UD did nothing.
Antoine's actions.
Bad influence. So Antoine's no longer his friend.
Wow.
Maybe he's never even replaced that Antoine-sized hole in his heart.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Slide right in there.
If I was UD's friend, I wouldn't let the Antoines come around to try to get him in trouble. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, you know what, UD? In bed, 9:30 p.m. Wake up. Nice breakfast. Most important meal of the day. Go to the gym.
I skip breakfast.
Explains so much. Explains so much. You skip breakfast.
Intermittent fasting now.
Oh, my God. This again. Go-kart Mike.
Go-kart Mike. Go-kart Mike. 198 pounds. And
wow,
what's the
really?
opposite of climbing?
You don't look like 198 pounds.
Thank you. I guess. My face looks thinner.
Yeah, but you lost your beard.
I lost my beard.
The beard's not a good look.
I've also lost 30 pounds. And I saw Luther Campbell earlier in this week, and he said I got fat, which is the last thing you want to hear when you've just lost 30 pounds. Anyways, Dwayne Wade spoke to Assembled Media, and he said that he still hasn't made up his mind, but that there is no plan B, that it's either playing for the Miami Heat or retirement.
The Udonis Haslem was arrested August 15th after being clocked driving 78 miles per hour in the 60 mile per hour zone on the Grantley. A search of his 2008 Mercedes turned up marijuana, which passenger Antoine Fleming claimed ownership of when questioned by the Florida Highway Patrol.
What year was this?
2010.
Poor guy, man. He was doing nothing, and Antoine came and just got him in trouble.
Antoine, bad influence.
I mean...
So
I thought that Dwayne Wade also said yesterday that he's going to play basketball every day the rest of his life. He just doesn't know if it's for Miami or just for fun.
What's going on here with Dwayne? Is it just because it's obviously something other than money? Because he knows what the financial offer is, right?
That's another thing. That's another thing I saw. He wants to be a starter, and he's kind of strong-arming them into making him a starter.
Yeah, he was coming off the bench, and I thought he took that actually pretty well.
Have you ever heard the expression, you get what you get and you don't get upset? I think that applies here. Listen, Dwayne, you get what you get and you don't get upset, okay? You're lucky that everybody in this town forgave you. Let me rephrase that. Everyone in this town hasn't forgiven you. But there are people coming around, and you don't want to upset them. You get what you get and you don't get upset, okay? You've been embraced by the city again. You have people like Tobin who are trying to name streets after you, and who I'm kind of supporting because I want to piggyback off that and get Jose Canseco Street renamed Jose Canseco Street. So... you get what you get and you don't get upset. Just sign the contract already. Tell people you're back. Tell them this is your last year so you can go around on one of those retirement tours and the Denver Nuggets can give you like Rocky Mountain oysters or whatever it is that they give people. And they can go around and they can give you a surfboard when you're out in California. Rocking chair. Exactly. All that stuff. Get all that stuff. You get what you get and you don't get upset.
He doesn't want to do the retirement tour. He said that.
Does. That's such a lie. He doesn't want to do the retirement tour. His last 4 seasons have been a retirement tour. Every day. He doesn't want the attention. You're telling me that he doesn't want the attention? That's why he doesn't want the retirement tour? Oh, I just want to fade away, and I don't want people to pay attention to me, and I just want to one day stop playing basketball. Then let's quit the charade already, okay? Will he play? Won't he play? Every year it's the same thing with this guy. Is he going to sign with the Heat? Is he not going to sign with the Heat? All of a sudden he doesn't want the attention of a retirement tour? I find that hard to believe. Mike, you think he doesn't want a retirement tour?
I think he wants a retirement tour. It's pretty obvious. He's certainly getting all this attention. This Dwayne Wade topic has set South Florida aflame. We'll get into it with David Samson, former Marlins team president, next.
You're working late when you get an alert on your smartphone. Your Blink motion-activated security camera picked up something suspicious at home. You open your Blink app and watch a video clip of someone peering through your kitchen window. You dial 911 and police roll. I mean, isn't the point of having home security to alert you before bad stuff happens, not after? That's what Blink does. Order your Blink cameras now and get 15% off at blinkprotect.com/score. blinkprotect.com/score.
So David Samson is the former Marlins team president. He reviews movies around here. If you've got any questions for him, baseball or otherwise, 786-456-4837 is the telephone number. If you want to ask him questions about the Marlins, ask him questions about life and movies as well. So 786-456-4837. What are you reviewing for us today, Samson?
It's a double feature in honor of you, Levitard. I'm starting with My Best Friend's Wedding, starring Valerie as Cameron Diaz, you as Dermot Mulrooney, of course, and Stugotz as Rupert Friend. It's a movie that actually shows what happens when more people are in love with one guy and how two girls fight it out and who actually wins at the end. If you haven't seen it, check it out. There's dancing, there's laughing, there's Julia Roberts, and I think that you'd enjoy it. But once you're done with that, Levitard, you then have to watch the John Hughes movie called She's Having a Baby. That is a movie that did not get a lot of credit. It's actually Kevin Smith's favorite John Hughes movie, and I love Kevin Smith. It's a great movie, and you have to stay till the end, because at the end there are guest stars, like 50 of them, who give examples of names that are so hilarious, like John Candy gives examples, and Bill Murray, and all these different people give examples of movie names that you would have for your kid. So congratulations, Levitard, with whatever comes forward, but that's a double feature for you and your engaged bride could watch.
The best
today, maybe, if you have time.
Thank you. The Best Friend's Wedding, is that one of those stories where Julia Roberts goes from ugly duckling that everyone knows isn't an ugly duckling because she's a very famous movie star to all of a sudden beautiful at the end?
No, she's hot from start to finish, actually. She's the best friend of the guy who is marrying Cameron Diaz, and she tries to get him back because she wants to marry him. So she does a lot of bad things. It's actually one of her most evil roles, and she's done some evil roles before, but this was sort of Machiavellian in her attempt to break up a marriage, but it did not work. And Valerie prevails at the end. Cameron Diaz prevails at the end.
You're never going to be Jell-O.
And there will be laughing.
What are we allowed to say about what's just happened out here, Mike? Because Daniel Baldwin has fired a countermeasure here, and we'll get into the Baldwin family movie resume in a second. But you mentioned that you love Kevin Smith. Can you tell me what you think happened to Kevin Smith?
He had a heart attack and he almost died and had to lose 50 pounds, and he started changing his life priorities. And now, instead of really going out and writing and being funny, he is trying to figure out how to live a better life and not die in his 40s.
I think he was talking about Jersey Girl.
That is what I was talking about. But the answer might be the same. The answer might be the same. His priorities shifted as he tried to get healthy, right?
There's no question. And listen, his resume of movies is second to maybe 10 or 12 guys in terms of what he's produced over time. And not many people have seen all of his movies. But if you actually watch them in order, they're all related, from Mallrats to Clerks to Chasing Amy. It's just, he is a brilliant guy. And unfortunately, he had the big one. Like right before going on stage, picture starting your radio show, and then at 9:57, all of a sudden you just have the big one. That's what happened to him.
Happened yesterday with Cody's News.
Not exactly.
Kinda.
Kevin Smith, I'm always interested in that, right? Because you're hesitant to give big contracts to baseball players. People are often hesitant because they treat the contract as a finish line, as a destination, instead of a starting point. When you get success, when you're no longer as hungry, when you're lazy, that's where creativity dies a little bit. When did it die for Kevin Smith in terms of movies? Like, is Chasing Amy? Because you said, Guillermo, put it on the poll. Is Kevin Smith in the top 10 on directors? Because I think that's too high. I think he had a good run. But I think
Way
top
too
10
high.
is crazy.
Way
Samson.
too high.
That is a little high. I mean, if you go through of all-time directors, I don't think he's top 10. I happen to love his body of work because it's just, it's different, and I like different. But here's the issue. They don't give a lot of studio deals anymore. So 4-year contracts or 4-picture contracts are really a thing of the past. Like, just take a TV or radio station. If you give a long-term deal to someone, you're betting that they stay interested and engaged, and 99 times out of 100 they don't. they start resting on their laurels. And that's really the same with most long-term contracts in sports. The players just get, fat and lazy, quote unquote. And that happens in the entertainment world as well.
What did you read about the St. Louis Cardinals ticket situation?
The fact that no one was there.
But what did you read when you saw? Are you allowed to talk about what happened with that? Was that more? Was that the same in the same spirit of you guys buying a bunch of tickets for $1?
I don't know what they did. Tell me.
Okay. How do I explain this? I thought you knew. That's why I sent you the story before.
I don't recall you sent it. You must have sent it to one of your other friends. Or guests.
Are you still hurt? Are you still hurt?
Wait, did you not know the story?
Are you still hurt about the fact that I haven't, that you weren't allowed to break the story that Greg Cody broke? Did you want to be telling people that I was engaged?
Yes.
No, not at all, actually. I didn't know you were engaged. I thought it was all just a joke, actually. I was looking in the sky for cows jumping over the moon. When I saw Cody break the story, the only way I knew it was true is when Cody broke it, and then you denied it. But I still don't believe it. Are you actually engaged to be married?
You didn't believe it? Yes, I'm engaged
I did not.
to be married. I'm engaged to be
I don't
married.
think he's alone in that reaction. I don't think David is certainly not alone in that reaction. I think people were very surprised yesterday. Yes.
Mike, what did you have
that
for
requires cohabitation, compromise, and an ounce of selflessness.
David, that
wait, it does? Wait, I got to do that?
You might want to rethink this.
Nobody. Wait a minute. What does it require? An ounce of selflessness? No, deal's off. Deal's off. An ounce of selflessness? That's way too much.
I expect that she would like a pound, and I'm trying to prepare her for an ounce with the realistic notion that it won't even be an inch.
David, that Aaron Rodgers, Ryan Howard comp tweet that you sent out on Sunday kind of blew back on you real quick.
It did not, actually. First of all, Yelich and I were talking after it. I was not trying to say anything bad about Aaron Rodgers. I was saying that when you give an older superstar a contract, you're going to tell me after one 20-point comeback that his guaranteed deal is exactly in line with what his future performance will be. Everyone is so crazy. They're so basically, what have you done for me lately? One good half and everything's good. By the end of that contract, it's not going to be good. I promise you that. And my only point was giving older players big contracts does not work, whether it's football or baseball. And there was no reason for the Packers to do it. I love the Packers and Rodgers. I was merely saying it wasn't necessary, and there's no denying that fact.
But for those who don't know, Christian Yelich went after you. He's a Milwaukee guy now, not a Miami guy now. So he went after you, and then Aaron Rodgers, you sent that out in the middle of the game, right? And then Aaron Rodgers came and paid for himself at the end of that game.
Well, see, that's a great point. He didn't pay for the contract in the second half. He had an amazing record-breaking second half, but no one's going to remember that second half 2 years from now or 3 years from now. And Yelich didn't go after me. We've had a joke about players and my view of players and his view of management ever since he was 18 years old and got drafted by the Marlins. And he signed a contract that he doesn't regret. Is he underpaid? Yes, he is, but he doesn't regret it. It gave him financial security for him and his family the rest of his life, and that's all he ever dreamt about. So it was much ado about nothing, but it was certainly fun.
David, the St. Louis Cardinals passed, once again, the 3 million ticket threshold, claiming that 3 million people have passed through their gates. I think something absurd, like a 15th consecutive season. The streak is really impressive. However, if you watch St. Louis Cardinals game, and I think this is true around baseball, if you watch a single regular season game, there's hardly anybody in these seats. And I understand the attendance is tickets sold, but are more teams sort of pulling this Marlon Samson trick off where they're buying tickets for $1 to inflate the numbers?
Far be it for me to discuss 29 other teams, but what I can tell you is that the last original thought I had was somewhere in the 70s.
So you're not allowed to talk about the Cardinal situation? Is that what it is?
It's not that I'm not. It's just it would be a violation of something that I would choose not to violate.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you could have just said that. You could have said that instead of launching grenades all over the place in a hostile fit. So Daniel Baldwin, Mike, be quiet. What is Daniel Baldwin, Mike? What can I tell people about what Daniel Baldwin just did to our show? Daniel Baldwin, which of the Baldwin brothers is he? Are you familiar? Name all the movies of Daniel Baldwin you know, Samson.
The one where he looked in the mirror. There was so much nudity. What's that famous one that he was spying on people through hidden cameras?
I don't know. What is that? Is that was he in?
Or is that William Baldwin?
Well, see, that's the confusion.
I think it was. I think it was William Baldwin.
Which one's actually me?
Which one's you?
Smoldering.
Smoldering Baldwin?
Fair game.
Fair game Baldwin.
Just kidding. I'm Steven. I was in Biodome. Oh. My son-in-law is Justin Bieber.
Does everyone do this with the Baldwins when nobody knows the Baldwins?
Just kidding. I was the shadow.
I know Alec and Steven. Steven was in Usual Suspects, was a party animal back in the day in Montreal when I was there, and then became Born Again. I'm not sure how that happened. And Alec was in She's Having a Baby and a bunch of other things. We all know Alec.
No, we do know Alec, but what do you know of Daniel? Because we are feuding with the Baldwin family. Last week, Alec was on, and he's making fun of me, and he's been very mean to me. His brother, what I call him the fat one, and the fourth one, I think he's the fourth one. He might be the fifth one. He's got a radio show in Syracuse, and he's going after us as well. And so now he has escalated the feud by sending something that is circling around the block here on Ocean Drive for 4 hours, playing music and showing video.
Awesome.
By the way, that's outstanding that you're getting that amount of attention. The problem is that he doesn't have much reach or much roar. He's the guy, like in the Traveling Wilburys, you know that band? He's the guy in that band from ELO. That's who Daniel is in the Baldwin family.
But here's the problem with you saying. Here's the thing, though. You say that he doesn't have any roar.
Name Jeff Lynne? It's called Jeff Lynne's ELO. You know what? I'll pay the fine, but come on.
All right,
his name is in ELO now.
But David Samson can't say that Daniel Baldwin doesn't have reach and is only roar when Daniel Baldwin himself starts his every radio show with an actual roar. That is.
Yeah, but how many people is it reaching? The roar.
Was the movie Sliver? Is that the movie he was talking about?
I think so.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah,
One of my favorites.
Yeah,
One of my favorite movies.
That's William.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
Billy Baldwin.
Yeah, Billy Smoldering Baldwin, friend of the show, Tom Berenger, also in that one. Very sensual, Sliver.
Friend of the show.
Incredible movie, one of my favorites. Roar.
Friend of
I think you should stick to fighting with Alec and not Daniel.
Well, this is the thing.
It'll be better for ratings.
No, but this is the part you don't understand. We're only feuding with Daniel so that we can continue to get Alec on the show. But here is how Daniel Baldwin actually opens his radio show. So that's an actual roar, David.
It's the way I would open mine if left to my own devices.
That's the truth. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you next week, Samson.
See you later. Bye.
See you, Dave.
So it's escalated now. We've got to figure a creative countermeasure, right? And we got to tell people what's going on here because it's very loud. It's very loud what's circling around us.